Hey everyone! I'm excited to announce the release of SDF Prototype 2.1, packed with some fantastic new features. Let's dive right in and take a look at what's new. First up, let's talk about color. We've added a new material system to the UI for easier access and quicker previews. The material setup has been simplified, so you can now easily tweak and preview colors with the help of the color attribute node. To see your changes, simply switch to Material Preview mode. You can also now edit the color directly through the properties of your primitives, making color adjustments even more intuitive. If you want to use your own material setup, just switch the Material Preview and apply your custom material by adding the color attribute node. Next, let's talk about the new curve primitive. The curve radius now works within the SDF prototyper, thanks to Snowdor over at the Blender Artists Forum. You can now adjust the radius of the curve by selecting the curve vertices and tweaking the radius at the control points. It's a great way to add more precision and control to your curves. Now, let's dive into the new Boolean operations. First, we've introduced the slice operation. You can find this under Boolean type 6, and it allows you to slice an object into two separate parts. It's a great way to create separate objects or panels. Since you now have two distinct objects, Boolean operations will only affect the main object by default. But don't worry. We've added a new slice switch that lets you toggle between the two objects and apply Boolean operations to the sliced object as well. Next up, we've got two exciting new Boolean operations suggested by Mutin7, also from the Blender Artists Forum: push and avoid operations. The push operation, located under difference Boolean, style 3, pushes the main object away from your primitives. To make the effect more noticeable, you can increase the shape blend value. The avoid operation, found under style 4, makes your primitives avoid the main object, pushing them outward in a way that gives you more creative control. As with the slice operation, since push and avoid create separate objects, you can use the Boolean operations on these two objects by toggling the slice switch. It's really fun to experiment with it, mimicking cloth simulations or soft body effects, all without the need for baking. However, there's one downside to these new Boolean operations. Unfortunately, the hide-unhide feature won't work with these operations due to a limitation in the geometry node's mute system. While it's been reported, there's no solution yet. Another known issue arises with the new Boolean operations. When working with separated objects and using the slice switch, the color doesn't carry over correctly. For now, please treat the color as a preview only. As the name suggests, the primary purpose of this add-on is for prototyping, so these limitations are expected during the development phase. That's all for the new updates in SDF Prototyper 2.1. Thanks for watching, and be sure to try out the new features for yourself. Happy prototyping!